Today, I'll guide you step by step through the process of creating a simple but gorgeous looking maple and crane cutting board. Enjoy! First comes the rough lumber processing, where we flatten one face using the jointer or a flattening jig for your planer. Once done, we proceed to rip both sides clean on our table saw. Last but not least, we finish the job by flattening the opposite face. I'm using my jointer for this job because the large side gives me a big enough reference surface to plane both faces parallel to one another, but feel free to use your planer, whatever works for you. Now we set up our table saw fence in a way such that we end up with strips a bit wider than our lumber's current thickness. And with all of that done, our first glue up can commence. I also make sure to adjust the orientation of my end crane to my liking. This is what we'll see after all once we are done with the whole thing. Oh, are you wondering what I'm using here? This little flask? This is Starbond's fantastic C8 glue, which I use on virtually any project. In combination with the accelerator spray, it makes quick work of assisting my clamping, keeping boards aligned and helps bond the wood even in colder temperatures. So if you want to also try out the good stuff, make sure to go over to their site using my link at the top of the description and receive 15% discount by smashing Flammy 15 into your keyboard at checkout. Next day rolled around and we can process our new board a bit further. Once one face is flat, we proceed to cut the long boy into strips. Don't forget that the strip's thickness will determine the final thickness of our cutting board too. Previously, I did not flatten the top of my board after running it through my jointer. If you've done that, you can skip this whole step. And if you are like me, you simply need to rip all strips to their final width on the table saw, making sure that you end up with square-shaped pieces of end grain. And here comes the last glue up, which is fairly straightforward. Next day, and I ran my boards through the drum sander to flatten them to my liking. Other flattening methods involve using a router sled, a CNC, a planer, going in tiny passes, or a well-sharpened hand plane. But no matter the method, once you've got there, we trim the board to size. Jam for all edges. Smash some handles into the board using a bowl or similar bit. And then we sand for a while, from an 80 grit all the way up to a 320. Water pop the surface such that our wood fibers won't get an unfortunate erection once we dip them into moisture. And sand again from 220 to 320. Now we butter that bitch, and then we are done. It turned out beautifully, right? Make sure to subscribe for more content, and I'll see you soon. Bye!